Xiaomi Mi Max 2. It's definitely not the phone for everyone because it's huge. It has 6.4-inch display. That means it just feels like you hold the tablet by your ear. This is a niche product and it's made of metal. It has pretty good specs, but as always, if you want to learn more, stay tuned for the full review. Just before we start, the phone costs less than $300 US. I will leave all the links or discount codes in the video description down below. The phone ships with all the usual stuff, no extras included. Last year, Xiaomi released the Mi Max, and while it was definitely a niche product due to its large display, it became very popular since the phone offered a lot of value for the price. Same as last year, the Mi Max 2 is definitely not a phone for everyone since it is ridiculously huge due to 6.4-inch 1080p display, which is really sharp and vibrant, and the sunlight legibility is decent. Some sources claim that the display is covered with a Gorilla Glass 4. Well, I'm not 100% sure about that, but I'm yet to scratch it. The phone is so huge that it may replace a tablet for some. Here is how it looks like next to the Xiaomi Mi Pad 3. The build quality is just excellent as the phone is made entirely of metal, the antenna's design looks better than on some older Xiaomi phones, the buttons do not rattle, and in general, the Xiaomi Mi Max 2 looks and feels like a flagship phone. We have a notification LED light, which is however not customizable like before. The capacitive keys sport the same layout as usual and they are nicely backlit. The fingerprint scanner is actually one of the best in class. It's fast, it's accurate, and it allows you to unlock the phone straight from the standby mode. The Xiaomi Mi Max 2 may look like a downgrade from the original Mi Max in terms of the processing power since it uses a slightly less powerful Snapdragon 625 chip, which is coupled with 4GB of RAM and 64GB of expandable storage. You can also opt in for a 128GB model if you need a lot of local storage. I have to tell you that you don't really need to worry about phone's gaming performance. The Xiaomi Mi Max 2 handles each game I played on the very highest graphics settings very well with just a few minor skipped frames. Also, I didn't notice any overheating issues even after 30 minutes of gaming. My Mi Max 2 runs on the MIUI Global ROM 8.5 that is based on Android 7.1. As usual, we have quite a few features, tweaks, and customization options Xiaomi phones have been famous for. Just to name a few, I like changing the transition effects, choosing from a variety of themes or wallpapers, quickly launching the camera from the standby mode, adjusting a few display settings manually, or using built-in app lock feature. Most importantly, the Xiaomi Mi Max 2 is really fast and fluid no matter what you do with it, even after installing quite a few apps. Since the Xiaomi Mi Max 2 has a huge display, a lot of people will most likely use it for multimedia consumption or entertainment. Therefore, you need a good loudspeaker, and the Mi Max 2 delivers in this department with its stereo speaker setup. One is on the bottom and another is embedded in the earpiece. The sound quality is actually one of the best you can find on any sub-$300 phone. The sound is rich, crisp, and clear, and the volume output is very good. The sound quality via the headset jack is also great. No distortions, rich and balanced sound. When it comes to optics, the Xiaomi Mi Max 2 has a 12 megapixels camera that has f2.0 aperture lens and a dual-tone dual LED flash. The selfie camera uses a 5 megapixel shooter. The stock Xiaomi camera app allows you to take pictures very fast. Also, there are a few shooting modes like a manual mode that lets you adjust a few image settings. The daylight image quality is pretty good considering this is a $300 phone. The pictures are sharp, there is a good amount of detail, and the colors look nice. However, some of the shots may come out underexposed. The low-light camera performance is not so great as the images are really noisy and grainy. So currently I'm shooting a video in 4K resolution with the Xiaomi Mi Max 2. This is a super huge smartphone made by Xiaomi. The 4K video looks quite good. The footage is detailed and quite sharp. However, you may see some autofocus issues, some video artifacts, and the auto exposure can work more gracefully. Also, the video stabilization could be a little bit better. I switched the resolution to 1080p. I'm shooting in 1080p video mode with the Xiaomi Mi Max 2. The 1080p video looks quite good, but naturally there is less detail compared to the 4K footage. The slow motion video is decent, but there is quite a bit of noise and the autofocus seems to be jumping too quickly. The selfies look quite good and there should definitely be enough quality for social media needs. Currently I'm testing out the front firing camera of the Xiaomi Mi Max 2. This is handle footage. Cloudy day as usual. The 1080p selfie video quality is decent. The sound recording quality is quite good, but the sound volume is quite low for some reason. Please let me guys know in the comment section down below what do you think of the image quality. When it comes to connectivity, the Xiaomi Mi Max 2 is almost excellent. Wi-Fi speed and range are great, the Bluetooth 4.2 works fine, and also the navigation is very accurate thanks to the built-in GPS, Beidou and GLONASS receivers. There's also a built-in FM radio receiver. However, you have to know that the phone lacks LTE band 20 and there is no NFC. The Mi Max 2 has a hybrid dual SIM card tray that can take either 2 SIMs or 1 SIM and a microSD card. The call quality and signal reception are great using either SIM card slot. As for sensors, the Mi Max 2 has accelerometer, ambient light, gravity, proximity and gyroscope sensors that work just fine. There's also an IR blaster that allows you to control devices like TVs. The 5200 mAh battery on the Xiaomi Mi Max 2 is just fantastic. The Snapdragon 625 is one of the most efficient chips out there and thus you can use the phone for days. That translates to over 11 hours of screen on time depending on how you use the phone. In other words, you can use this phone for 4 or even 5 days, which is just an insane result. In case you need to recharge the battery, it takes just about 2.5 hours to do it with a supplied fast charger. The Xiaomi Mi Max 2 is one of the best oversized budget phablets you can buy. For the price of less than $300 US, you'll get an all-metal device that just looks premium, a humongous 6.4-inch display, great all-around performance, MIUI 8 with a ton of features, stereo speaker setup, and a killer battery life. The camera performs quite good in daylight, but it struggles in lower lit situations and in video mode. Also, the phone lacks NFC, LTE band 20, and finally, this phone is definitely not for everyone due to its sheer size. At the end of the day, the Xiaomi Mi Max 2 is a great phone, but it's definitely not for everyone, mainly because of its sheer size. But if you are looking for a huge phone that has a brilliant 6.4-inch display, great build quality, pretty good specs that assure a decent all-around performance, decent camera and great battery life, the Xiaomi Mi Max 2 is a great choice for you. But as always, make sure to consider a few shortcomings that I mentioned in the full review before making a buying decision. It was Linus, thanks for watching, and as always guys, if you have any questions, please drop me a comment down below, and if you like the video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you're new to the channel. And finally, if you want to get all the latest updates, please follow TechLineHD on Facebook, Twitter or Instagram. See you soon.